Hello, my name is Joe, and I'll be the GM for this misguided and misfitted adventure. Let me be the first to introduce you to the Makers Misfits podcast, an actual play podcast of Paizo 2.0's Extinction Curse. We are a group of friends who finally took that deep dive into the podcast universe. Now, this ain't your mom and dad's Pathfinder podcast. We're different on this side of the mic. All of us are people of color. All of us have been in this nerd community for a while now, and all of us wanted to give people of color more representation in this realm. We decided it was about time we spoke up and let our voices be heard with the rest. We think our stories are just as powerful as any other podcast, only you may get a whole different perspective that you may not have heard before. And to top all that off, everyone here has known each other for at least 15 years, probably closer to 20. These friendships you're about to listen to run deep. There are inside jokes upon the inside jokes, and I'll be the first to apologize for them. But hopefully soon enough, you'll all laugh along with us as those jokes become all of ours. These 5 people are some of my closest friends, and I could not imagine doing this without any of them. So without further ado, let's have our cast introduce themselves. First up, Nathan.
Hi, I'm Nathan. I'll be playing the gnome sorcerer Fidget, and at this circus, I am part of the talent as a entertainer.
After that, we got Chris.
Hello, my name is Chris. I am playing a dwarven inventor by the name of Grimlock Brownbrick, and I am going to be your pyrotechnic at the circus.
Elmer, your third.
You know, I was just here to throw some dice, but now it just seems like this whole campaign, we're here for a greater cause, and now I'm just like, oh shit, all this pressure's on me. All right. Well, my name's Elmer. My character is Akbu. I am a half orc, and I am security guard for the carnival. Oh, and I'm also a monk.
It's important. Zach?
What's up? I'm Zach. I'm going to be playing a rogue goblin named Naz, and I am going to be a backup clown.
And finally, our little baby boy, Marcus.
I'm Marcus, and I will be playing Snap, the Snow Goblin. And me and a couple of friends are going to be putting on a show at the circus where I will be performing with my familiar.
This adventure begins on the Isle of Arran, the smaller of the 2 main islands that the human god Arodin rose from the seas many, many years ago. In the time you are all present, the island is home to a few cities and settlements, and the Circus of Wayward Wonders, after performing for a few farmers and traveling merchants, has made it big time. Your first full-fledged performance in this night, and it's time to prepare. Go ahead and tell me what your characters are doing to prepare. Not all at once, everyone.
We're all so polite. I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, I guess I'll go first. All right. So I am a laborer by trade. So I am just, kind of putting up posts, kind of setting up the tent, putting in stakes, tying down ropes, setting up the ring, whatever needs to be done. If I have a break, I'm not necessarily sure I will, since this is a tough job. I will go ahead and just exercise, try to keep my body in peak physical condition, maybe add a little meditation session or two. But that's what I'm doing during, that's what Akbu is doing during the setup phase.
So I could see, starting to set up, moving all the boxes around, making sure that everything's, fed and ready to go.
Yes, we could add that in too.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if we're setting up for the big show, did you guys see?
Yeah, I did. Nice reveal.
Yeah.
Big show.
Big show, and then you saw. I wasn't gonna put a bunch of tokens in because I didn't want it to be all crazy.
For those who can't see our Pathfinder, we have exactly 11 people at our show.
But no, just times it by 30.
Packed house.
Yeah, it's packed. There's
we're taking the COVID-19 regulations seriously.
Everyone is 6 feet separated. Let's see. Let's make sure. There we go.
Double
Everyone's 6 feet
masks.
away. Yeah, double mask up. Wear your mask, everyone.
Grimlock Brownbrick, he is making sure all the pyrotechnics and all the fireworks are getting set up. He's been seeing them practice for a while now, and he is not quite confident in his group here. So he's trying to bring it by other means, you know.
I could see that. I forgot to ask, Elmer, can you describe what your character looks like?
Yeah, sure. So I'm about 5'8". I have green skin, silver-ish hair. My bottom two incisors teeth. I think that's what they're called.
Incisors.
Incisors.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad to all the oral hygienists out there.
All
Yeah,
one of
they
you.
all they both stick out. I've got robes on. They've got some kind of blue and white kind of, simple design on them. And I mostly am, if you ever see me around, I'm mostly just traveling light. I may have a bag on me at times, but it's pretty rare. It may just contain food, maybe, a drink or two. But I mostly try to travel light.
All right. And then, Chris, can you describe yours?
Yeah, he's a middle-aged dwarf, really gruff in appearance, with kind of a thick, unkept beard, and he always has like welding goggles, kind of on him, either over his eyes or resting on his head. On his torso, he has a bunch of different gizmos, gadgets, and gears, kind of running. He has tools on his waist, and all that's covering his greasy apron that he's always wearing, his work apron. That's pretty much it.
So, I think Myron will come over to you. He is the leader of this circus. Him and the professor, they were the ones that left the Celestial Menagerie, who just treated their people poorly, their animals poorly. Just normal circuses that get a really bad rep in our normal lives, how they treat animals badly. That's all Celestial Menagerie, but times 10. Really bad people. And so Myron and the professor ran off with some of the other performers, and they started this new circus, and that's where you guys are coming in.
Got it.
So Myron comes over to you and he's like, "Well, hey, how you doing there, What? That's your name, right?"
Grimlock.
Oh, Grimlock. I'm sorry. I get confused every once in a while. But what are you doing? Why aren't you setting up the fire for the Flamboni sisters?
The who?
The Flamboni sisters, the other part of the act we have.
I was just trying to get this spot really tight over here before can you just let me do my work over here, please?
I would love to if you would do the job that I got you here for. I'm just kidding. You can do what you want to do. I'm not going to mess with you. But in all seriousness, can you please make sure that the Flamboni sisters don't light themselves on fire? All they do is juggle with flames, and that seems to be your whole schnick here.
Yeah, I'll go stop by any second after this,
Yeah, I know that you were messing with their torches and did some weird things and made the flames bigger, and that's great. I love flames being bigger.
means better.
But just make sure bigger is always better. That's what my mama always said to me. Now make sure. No, don't give me that face. It's fine. I grew up in a normal household.
This is weird.
Bigger is better.
Grimlock turns away. Grimlock turns away halfway through. Not him talking.
Damn.
Go find these sisters.
Traumatized.
Yo, that guy's mom was Zeus. Okay. Yeah.
Alright, so let's see. Our half-orc friend Akbu. I think the professor is gonna come over to you and be like, "Hello, Akbu. Are you ready for the show tonight?"
Yes. I am very much ready to secure the premises to let the show go on.
I don't see there being many ruffians around these parts, but I don't know for sure. This is the biggest city we're here for.
It's a testament to my good work so far.
That no one has interrupted us as we prepare?
Yes.
Whatever floats your boat, Akbu. I think you're a fine bodyguard.
Thank you. I appreciate the kind
I'd
words.
have you protect me at all hours of my life.
I appreciate the kind words.
Alright. He shuffles away, but like he's like little shuffle with his old feet. And then let's see here. Fidget, what are you doing?
Fidget is a young gnome woman. She is probably around a little bit over 3.5 feet tall. She has a like really dashing red scarlet hair. Her skin's like kind of like a dark natural tan but like she has like these strange like red like freckles on her face that kind of give her a natural blush. She is right now she's having a pep talk with her familiar Bartholomew and practicing for her act tonight, where she's just juggling a few juggling pins right now as she's just kind of like talking to Bartholomew as he is scrounging through her pack and like getting things ready. Because he is a familiar. His familiar trait right now is ambidextrous, so he can like use his paws as people hands, so he can like do like little like simple tasks and stuff.
I think Myron's gonna come over to you and address you really fast. Fidget, hello there. I know we just got our hands on you here, and we're really excited to what you're gonna showcase here. But I have a question.
Oh yeah, Myron, no problem. What can I do for you?
I'm really worried about your squirrel.
Oh, Bart's? Oh no, Bart's a rat. It's not a squirrel.
Oh, it's very fluffy.
Yes, I give Bartholomew a bath every day, and I make sure to comb out his fur. And I also make sure to dye his fur too, so he's like striking, so he matches my hair. Then like as he pops out, like Bartholomew is like he has like striking like red fur that matches my hair, that matches Fidget's hair.
Well, that's good and impressive. That's quite a look, if I do say so. But so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Squirrel, rat, either way, we love animals here. Animals need to be taken care of with the highest.
Oh
care.
yeah, I agree.
I was just making sure that the dye you were using, it wasn't tested on animals.
Oh,
right?
don't worry, Bartholomew's not really an animal anyway.
That doesn't answer my question.
He won't get affected by anything, so it's fine. It's just paint.
Okay, I want to make sure. We have a saying here. An animal is as good as a human.
Oh, don't worry, Myron. Bartholomew's more like my partner than a pet, so he always gets the best care.
Okay, that's great. And there's only like 2 humans in this circus, so it's really fine.
Okay, sure thing.
All right. Well, Fidget, have a good day, and I can't wait to see what you bring to us.
Yeah, bye now.
Bye. And he just walks away. He's just making rounds. Myron's really good at just checking up on all of his talent, making sure everyone's set up. And then we're going to go snap over to Snap. And Snap, what do you think you're doing?
So Snap right now will be practicing with his own crew, including himself, his familiar, and a Pugwampy that I have summoned.
His familiar?
Or his animal companion.
Okay, you scared me there.
Yeah, I just misspoke.
What is your animal companion?
So, let me just talk about Snap first. So Snap is a snow goblin, really young, even for goblin ages. Recently turned 5. Right now he is he's practicing, so he just has his pants on, which are white fur pants. His shirt is off. It reveals his light blue skin, where if you imagine his definition, imagine a 6-year-old, and that's kind of similar build, like a 6-year-old human. So,
Okay.
yeah, so light blue skin, and My familiar, or my animal companion, is a Deinonychus, which is a bird-like raptor, and he goes by, or she goes by the name of Snowflake, often called Snow, because she is nearly all white, but with black accenting near her claws and her talons, and bright blue eyes.
Okay. Alrighty. So you said you're accompanied by 3 people?
Also accompanying us is a Pugwampy, which is a short dog man looking thing. It's a type of fae. You can constantly hear him yelling because Pugwampy are known for having terrible hearing, which is ironic because they're kind of, I have big ears.
Okay. So you guys are just practicing your
privately,
shenanigans?
very away from the group. We don't talk to anybody but each other.
Okay. And how long have you been with the circus?
About a year.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that Myron and the professor, they know, and so they're not gonna mess with you. So they're gonna let you have your moment to get ready, get the stage frights going. Let's see here, and then our last person is Naz. Naz, what are you doing? And what do you look like?
I am about 19, which is pretty old for goblins. I have a bunch of kind of torn clothes. I have holes in my shoes, bunch of pouches, but I also have some, looks like valuables on me that I'm wearing, because I tend to gamble a lot and just end up just using the things that I have on me to gamble with.
Is this a known gambling problem, or
This
is
is
it
a bit of a secret because I don't think too many goblins. Oh well, yeah, it's pretty known. I think you could notice it because of the way
it went from secret to known.
because I thought you said gnome. I was like, no, I'm not a gnome.
Oh.
But yeah, so I kind of like have a lot those kind of valuables on me. I have an eye patch. Yeah, and holes in my shoes.
You had to get those holes in your shoes. All right, so I think. What are you doing
right now? I'm just kind of. I've been with the circus for about 2 years, so I kind of know what's going on and know how to put on the show and how to work with the backup clowns. So I kind of talk to them already and not doing much and just sitting back smoking, not wanting to be bothered.
Okay. One of the acts is gonna come up and talk to you really fast because you are in charge of you're just in case something goes wrong, you're another clown.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna be Eliza. And Eliza is someone who has a show, so she has deadly vipers of many kinds and dances with a 16-foot long anaconda. That's what she does. And so she's gonna come over and talk to you like, well, hello there, Naz. Okay, you're just gonna go ahead and start that right off the bat. If you could, my Mr. Tickles isn't a fan of the smoking, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about.
We went through this before with Mr. Tickles. He says it was fine.
Well, you unfortunately can't speak to my long anaconda, so I don't know how you would speak to him.
He says it was fine. Trust me.
I'm gonna choose to have Naz speak for that because he seems to get along better with animals. He says that wasn't really cool. His exact words were, "Not chill."
I think he's a liar.
Oh, okay. But just next time you come out during my performance, if you cannot blow smoke rings at this. Yep, that's the thing I'm asking you not to do.
All right.
Please do not blow. Please. Just, there's kids here at the circus. Just be reminded of that, please.
I'll go outside.
Thank you. Just not next to the dung either, because last time you threw one of your cigarillos out and It landed in the dung, and we couldn't get that smell away for us for at least a week.
It actually adds a lot of flavor if you
Did you eat? What do you mean? Why does it add
for when
flavor?
the customers leave and throw their trash, they throw it next to the dung, and my cigarettes add a lot of flavor actually.
Okay, just don't blow smoke rings, please, at the snakes. Thank you. I'm gonna leave now.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, that was... Okay. So that's a thing.
So I have
Are
a
you
question.
eating cigarettes? Is that
Yeah.
is that what's happening? Could you
So you
nasty shit.
you lit it up like
I eat
twice
nasty
in that like 30-second conversation. So my question is, did you not light it well enough to keep it
Amen.
lit, or did you just finish one in one drag
and then swallow
and then light another one?
One bad habit out of the way.
I'm a chain smoker. I throw it at the poop because it adds
My
flavor
question.
for when
Alright.
I get the
My
trash.
question is:
No.
do you smoke them because you like smoking them, or do you smoke them because you want to eat them?
He's not asking any of these questions.
It's a bad habit.
These questions we're
It's
asking. him.
addicting, but it also adds so much flavor to the food.
Just a PSA for all the listeners. Makers Misfits does not promote smoking of any kind.
It's really bad, but you look so cool while you do it.
If
I
we're gonna
can't
put
think
it in Pathfinder terms,
And your constitution will
your
eventually die.
charisma goes up. Your wisdom and intelligence go down. Yes.
Way down.
But you're right, you do look pretty cool when you do it.
Yeah.
Marcus, you're a smart person. Alright. Anyways, the Circus of... Okay, by the way, the Circus of Wayward Wonders is horrible for my lisp. Not my lisp, my speaking thingy. My R's.
Speech impediment.
Change it.
My speech impediment, thank you. My mouth, yes, it sucks for my mouth.
Ayo.
Sponsored by Joe's Mouth and Marcus's nuts.
Co-sponsors.
Joe, they told you not to eat salty foods.
Alright. The Circus of Wayward Wonders. I'm gonna push through this motherfucker. Performs in an enormous tent capable of holding hundreds of people, and that's a good thing, as it seems the entire population of Aberton has turned out for the show. Aberton is a city that you guys are performing at. Many of the town's most prominent citizens, including its mayor, are among the throng jostling for seats, peering at the three rings that fill the center of the tent and waiting excitedly for the show to begin. As the lights go down and the audience settles onto their seats, the circus performers take their places backstage, awaiting their cues. Suddenly, several of the performers closest to the curtain that separate the three rings from the rest of the tent leave their assignments, gathering in a small crowd to exchange frightened whispers and hushed gasps. Amid the group, his body contorted as if caught forever in the throes of terrible pain, is the corpse of the ringmaster, Myron Thunder Standhall. Everyone in the circus knew Myron for his amazing, powerful voice that could bring instant silence to the largest crowd. And he knew everything there is to know about putting on a successful performance. Now, he's dead, but the crowd's still out there, and they're expecting a show. So you guys see some of the performers, a lot of them just all huddled around right with Myron's dead body. What do you guys do?
Oh boy. Well, I guess I'm just in a bit of a state of disbelief. And Akbu just kind of, I guess, starts looking for, a shovel maybe. And
Just straight to business.
not to immediately dig a grave, but I want to be able to treat the cadaver respectfully. I wanted to have a good passage on to the next life. So I might, in my search for a shovel in the immediate area, kind of see if there's any like flowers that were going to be used for show or decoration. But yeah, this is my way of grieving, just kind of making sure that he passes on to the next life properly.
Well, Fidget
Naz wants to help.
will quietly and like quietly just kind of like walk up, even though like so she's not like expected as guests for the others because she hasn't really known Myron for that long. Cause like she basically just met everyone at the circus. But she's definitely saddened by this fact. But she's not gonna help them bury him right now. She's gonna approach Akbu and Naz and be like, well, look, I know you guys might have known Myron for long, but maybe we should try to notify, like, maybe does the town have a guard or some kind of like people? Because he's basically
he looks pretty dead.
He's murdered, so we have to do something. We can't just like start burying him. Like we have to figure out what happened.
Go in the ground. He needs to go.
No, it's not fine. Like what are you talking about? So how is this any fine at all? He's just like he's our boss and he's dead right in front of us. And you're just saying it's fine. You're burying him.
We gotta bury him so he can go to his ancestors.
Look, you. It's Akbu, right? I think we met once or twice. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you have to agree with me, right? That like this is something terrible happened here. Like this, you can't just bury him right now. We have to figure out what happened. We have to at least get the mayor of Aberton or someone out here, or someone who has authority. He's one of us. He was one of you. Like, you're just going to bury him, not trying to figure out what happened?
I do agree. However, I am just preparing for the inevitable, as I do want to make his path an easy one.
That's what I want to do too.
I can appreciate that sentiment, but like I feel like we should figure this out before you start looking for shovels or flowers and all of that, and we can give him a proper burial later.
At this time, the professor enters. The old hand. He comes into the back and is like, "What's happened? What are you doing? What happened here?"
Myron's dead. Just straight up, just dead.
Okay. Well, what are you all standing around for? He asked, his weak voice barely audible in the hushed silence.
We're trying to bury him to give him a good passing.
But have you seen the crowd?
A man is
We
dead.
haven't had a tent packed this full. There's a show to put on.
The faster we bury him, the faster we can put on the show.
Myron would want it this way.
The show must go on.
So finish your makeup, get into your costumes, and send in the clowns. And at that moment, the clowns bust like they just heard a speech from Rocky himself, and they wipe the tears from their makeup, and they bust through the curtains, juggling and making loud, obnoxious sounds, and you can tell that they're fully into this.
Wait, did they wipe away their real tears, or did they wipe away their drawn-on makeup tears?
They drew on makeup tears while everything was happening to represent them crying, and then they drew them off. They left one though.
Yeah, you know what? Akbu doesn't like just leaving his body there. It's not being treated with respect.
Come on, Akbu, we gotta.
He feels that. He feels that this is just utterly disrespectful. So he's kind of like in like his own little state of, little kind of internal battle, just trying to figure out if he should go man his post for security or, continue going on with the proper burial.
Wait. That makes sense. What do you know? What kind of god Akbu worships?
He's a spiritual,
Astrology. Astrology is my
spiritual guy.
What's his zodiac sign?
All right. So the professor's going to go to Fidget. Like Fidget, there's everyone else is kind of all sad, and there's a time for mourning, and right now is not that time. We need to get the show going. We need to make sure that the show
I agree. Yeah, we gotta get
goes
Myron
on
back. We'll
for
deal with it
Myron.
later.
When did you show up? I was just fidget. No, it's fine. It's fine, Naz. I could use your help too. In fact, Akbu, come here too. Grimlock, Snap, come here.
Okay.
You guys, and women, I need your help. The circus has to go on. We need the gold. We can't afford to lose it. We need to eat.
Can you think about money at a time like this?
We need to eat. This is capitalism. This is what happens. You have to move on. Capitalism doesn't have time for your tears.
The show must go on. We gotta continue with the show.
I agree with
money
with
is just a
Professor
construct
here.
of this reality.
As soon as I saw all Myron and bodies on the ground,
What's going on?
I lived by his last few words to me. Bigger is always better. So I just I was adding more fuel, adding more explosives to the pyrotechnics, and I think it's gonna be quite a show. That's all I gotta say.
That's what you call do when someone just dies in front of you. You just go on.
Who
You
died?
just bury it all in front of you.
Who died?
Myron died. Oh, my Shaylin. I don't know.
Who? I don't.
Myron died.
I don't-
Snap. You
I
know
don't
who
remember your
Myron is,
longest
right?
names ever. I thought we were just doing the show. I don't know why we're.
Oh.
Why are we here?
We talked about that Longshanks word. We
I.
talked about that.
But
We'd like you not to
words.
use it.
We use words, don't we?
Okay, we'll talk about this again later, Snap. But I need you guys to put the
Why
show
wouldn't we
on.
put
You're
it
the
on?
only ones that seem to have it together. If you could talk. No, well, that's the thing. We need to do it.
We can do it. We just gotta get rid of this body real quick.
We're not. Leave the body out. It's fine. The body will be there. It's not going anywhere.
How are we the ones that have this together? Do you hear us?
Well, the Featherfall Five are just their daughters in tears. I don't know if they're gonna be able to go. The Flamboni sisters, they're stout as always. You can't really get them down. The Dwarven throwers, they're already drinking. That's how they deal with death. There's 7 acts that need to happen, and if I know you guys only do 2, which means we need 5 more acts. We need you to put the circus on. So, this is how the circus happens, guys. There is 3 acts. I know I just said 7, but there's 3 acts. No, I'm sorry.
I said 12, but I really meant 2.
So, there is the opening act, which is just one performer in the center ring. There is the build-up, which is 2 performers. There is the main event, which is just 1 performer, again in the center ring. That one's usually of them all. And then there's a grand finale, which all 3 rings are used. You guys have 6 acts you can use besides the 2 player acts. So there is Axel's amazing aviary. He produces birds from underneath his cloak. They fly, they sing, they deliver sweets to the children in the audience. Axel, though, has never performed. Myron never let him. He always said that he wasn't ready, he wasn't cut out, he didn't have that circus life. But Myron actually really believed in the kid, and he thought he could do well. He was just testing him to make sure that he had circus in his blood. There's the Dwarven Throwers. See these tumblers shape themselves into living ballista and launch themselves through the air.
Did someone say fire?
They're just a family of dwarves that do crazy acrobatic stuff. You have Eliza and Mr. Tickles. She handles her deadly vipers of many kinds and 18-foot-long anaconda. You have the Flamboni sisters. See feats of juggling from these two brave sisters. Can they juggle fire, or will they set themselves on fire? You guys decide.
Wait, why
There's
would
the
we
feather fall.
decide? Why would we
Hey,
decide
girls,
if one
go out
body
there.
die?
Girls,
By
Or
your
go
maim
out there
minstrel.
and set yourselves on fire.
No, wait, don't do
I love
that.
it. I promise. The crowd will love it.
I think Grimlock has done that already with his bigger is better.
Bigger's always better. Just like his mom used to tell him.
Just like my mom used to say.
This might seem like a Bobby Boucher and his mom type of relationship. Just kind of weird.
Alright. There's the
That movie did not
Featherfall
age well.
5. No, it does not. It does not age well. There's the Featherfall 5. There's only 4 of them. No one really asked. The Kambali family balances on tightropes with bounces, flips, and aerial feats to delight. And then there's Mordain the Magician. Acts of illusion performed with skill, not magic. See Mordain escape from shackles, locks, and water-filled tank. You guys know that Mordain has the biggest ego out of everyone, but no one really talks back to her because she is the best act. And she has made it known that she constantly wants to be the main event, but her and Myron used to disagree a lot. So you guys can go and try to talk to these people, see which ones want to perform. Again, you guys have 2 acts between the 5 of you. You need 5 more acts, and you need to decide the order in which they come. Myron didn't really get a chance to tell everyone what order they're going in, so no one really knows what's going on. He always liked to keep you on your toes. You knew that. He always wanted to surprise you and the audience. So we really need to decide who's going. The clowns, they can go for another maybe 5 minutes or 10, but I don't see them entertaining this whole crew for that much longer. You guys can choose. Where do you guys want to
I go on when I'm told to go on.
Yeah, I'm not there. I'm kind of like just
I'm looking
grieving
around,
over the body.
seeing if anybody's around, looking at the Myron's body to see if he has any valuables.
Christ. Just fucking digging through a dead man's pocket. Your dead employer.
No, I'm with Zach. Is there anything in there? Is there anything in there?
Naz, stop doing that. No, we will go over the body later.
But what if he has
needs the show
think
to
so
go
too.
what
on.
if he
Show
has some
must go
snacks
on.
that might spoil?
You can check for snacks after you perform.
It'll be quicker now.
I hear
idea.
everybody around me getting reprimanded, and I begrudgingly get back up and join the group, and I kind of mumble to myself, "Man is born free, but is everywhere in chains."
Oh, that's deep.
I don't know exactly what that means, Akbu, but I think it was a good thing
Okay.
to say. I think you would have liked it. But please figure out what is going on.
It's and then do we have to go and talk to them individually, Joe?
Yep, you guys got to tell
Okay.
which acts are going on. Yeah, remember the first one is the opening act, so there's only one person that needs
So
to go on.
we all come together to figure out, like, it's a group, like huddle in or something.
Yeah, let's huddle in.
All right, I just want to throw this out there. Myron said go out with bigger is always better. From what his mom was always used to say, and I think we should have fire at the end. Just fire, just some kind of crazy fire. I really like fire.
No, I would say fire at the
Well,
beginning. Just wow them.
I personally think maybe the big
Yeah.
fire stuff should be at the end. It's like a finale, not so much as because if you do the big stuff
Why
in
not?
the beginning,
Why
then
not?
it's just not
So
gonna.
don't-
The rest of the show will be boring compared to that. Yeah.
Yeah, big, better.
My God, that's a great idea.
With the-
Why not fire every time?
Well,
Because we don't have because we don't have enough fire acts for every time, and then we can't add fire acts to everything, right?
we should get the fire girls and set them on fire for the last one.
Yeah, I think maybe the fire sisters can be after can be near the end. personally, I think maybe I should go on as the first act because I can, I'm pretty flashy. I get everyone's attention, and I'm kind of adorable, so people will like me. And then we can just have the.
I could actually go in, but I'm not a big fan of singing, even though it's kind of a stereotype for goblins, but it's something I can do.
Nash, you are just a clown.
It could be
not really much big act material.
A singing clown though,
and a backup clown at that.
It might. I could break some boundaries.
Well, with all the smoking you do, I don't think it'd be very.
That's what I'm saying.
Great for us.
You'll be surprised what I could do with this voice.
I'm imagining like Zach's character just going out there wowing everybody, just lighting up that cigarette. Kind of like when SpongeBob was sweeping on in that talent show, and everybody
he goes up,
fucking
puts
loved
down
it.
a stool, sits on it, lights a cigarette, and then applause.
I'm trying to sound like Diana Ross, or some like real high pitched voice, like Prince or something.
Ooh.
I got it. I think I have a good one. Maybe we could have those acrobats be the first act, and then me with my juggling, and with that boy with the flying with the birds can do the street can do. I feel like me and him could have really good chemistry together, and then Snap can go on because he has his own little 3-ring circus over there himself, right? Right, Snap?
Okay.
and then near the end we can have the magician girl. What's her name again? Myron? No, that's that dude. Mordain the magician, and then we can end with the Famboli sisters, and then here we can light the whole town on fire if you like.
I can sing since I'm just throwing that out there.
Nash, no one's asking it.
Okay, all right.
So who's? please, Naz.
Are you gonna
my lungs?
Are you gonna die too now? We already got one dead, boss.
So who gets his chicken? I point to the dead guy.
Snap, you can have the chicken. The chicken is yours, as long as you do a good show. Okay.
What about what's in his pockets?
Snap. He famously died with no pockets.
I'm having trouble visualizing this outfit with no pockets.
So does he just not have pants on?
This ass was chaps. This is chaps.
Yeah, was he wearing leggings?
Yeah, he thought pockets were a way of pants flying.
Our boss just walked around in his boxers the whole time. He's like
this is the professor,
boxers out, legs out, rubbing his stomach, telling Chris, make it bigger. I need it bigger.
My mom's favorite saying.
Okay, he's like, so who's going out first?
I think we've agreed that it is going to be Fidget.
Alright, Fidget. Are you ready?
Yeah, me and Bartholomew will be ready as we ever be.
Alright, Fidget. It's your time. So, Fidget, go ahead and
tell the other people.
You want to do that now, or do you want to do that while Fidget's preparing?
I mean, I have a show, so I don't tell anybody. I have a job.
Okay, we'll do it all at once. Fidget, you're first. Now, who are you going to tell to go second? Remember, there's 2 people going on after you.
Well, first, second, I guess we'll have the acrobat, the living ballista people. I forgot their name.
The Dwarven Throwers.
The Dwarven Throwers, yes. I think that's a good one.
Who's going to accompany them? Because there needs to be 2.
Bird Boy.
Bird Boy. So Dwarven Throwers and Bird Boy will be the build-up.
What's his name?
Axel's Amazing Aviary.
Axel's, okay, got it. Dwarven. Rollers.
So you're gonna have to go talk to them. Maybe do that.
Okay, well, I'll make sure to go do that. All right. And she walks away, kind of like she's very uncomfortable with this whole situation that's been made being made to do right now.
Well, that makes sense. This is uncomfortable. So you're gonna go talk to which one? And are you going by yourself?
I guess. I think honestly, yeah, 100%. Listen to all these jokers talk. She doesn't find them very reliable yet. So.
All right. You don't trust the party just yet. That
No,
makes sense.
I'm also the new. I'm the new girl. I don't know anyone, and like they're all acting hella sus. So.
Who's that girl? It's Fidget.
It's Fidget. Who's that girl?
This episode brought to you by New Girl. All right. So who do you want to talk to first, Axel or the Dwarven Throwers?